Tweet fun fact.
Take out the papers and the trash.
Welcome back to Cover 3 on WSJU Radio. It's 9:36. We got about 25 minutes left of this wonderful Wednesday, World Series Wednesday, Cover 3 episode. And we're going to dive right into tweet fun facts for the final half hour. And I've got a few. Of course, mine are from Google Facts. And the first one is, for you guys studying and doing tests and everything like that, if you chew gum when you study a subject and then chew the same flavor when you take the test, it can actually help you remember.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. I'm guessing, it's, something in the mind. It's just familiarity. Chewing cinnamon gum, reading our Cover 3 roundup. That's what I did last night, and, I forgot my gum today. Probably for the best, because I think it would be, unprofessional chewing that on the air,
It's so gross. At broadcast class, they teach you never want to sound like you're eating on air, or you never want to, hear the saliva of someone's mouth. It's just horrible. It's not a good sound.
Oh, yeah, it's an awful sound. All right, now my second one. Social media causes insomnia and is one of the most common sleep distractions in the world.
That's totally true for me.
Me too.
Sometimes I can't sleep. I'll go on the grams, as I like to call it, Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's also the number one sidetrack when you're trying to do your homework.
Procrastination.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I know if I'm on Facebook or the internet right before I go to bed, I close my laptop, I try to go to sleep. I really can't.
Don't go back.
So, it's a trouble. It's a struggle. It's a troubling struggle.
I've tried to unplug from social media a little bit because, it's so busy this time of year. We got midterms and everything like that. Just trying to unplug a little bit, not being on Facebook as much. I tend to think that, people love the updates and stuff like that, but they don't care that much because they're just as busy. Everybody was working real hard on their grind and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Take a step back, focus on yourself for a little bit, let results come to you a little bit. Twitter, too. Twitter's tough for me. It's there's just so much going on. You can't keep tabs on it all. So it's what's the point? I'll just read it later in an email or something like that. I'll go on ESPN, and I'll see it all in one spot. Twitter's just too hard to keep track of.
In the olden days, I had a BlackBerry, and BlackBerries
olden days?
Yeah.
Shay had a BlackBerry 2 weeks ago.
BlackBerries have absolutely no apps. It is awful.
Those were the dark times. Dark times.
Yeah, so I had Facebook and Twitter, and I would keep up with all 240 people that I followed because I took such long bus rides and I'd have nothing to do. So I kept up daily on everything that they tweeted. But now that I got a smartphone and I can do more and I have Instagram and whatnot, which I do keep up on Instagram. I always catch up to Instagram. I rarely go on Twitter now.
All you BlackBerry users, get out of it. Me and Atticus, we were such horrible offenders of the BlackBerry. You don't want to go through this again. Just get an HTC One. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Cover 3 officially apologizes to the BlackBerry company on behalf of Shay Omanira's comments.
Tearing it.
All right, now speaking of Shay, we have, of course, the segment you all know and you all love.
You better love.
My mind's telling me no. My body's telling me yes.
And now,
Oh, Shai.
only on WSJU Radio.
Welcome to Oh Shais, the show within the show. And we have Champions League soccer today. And both our teams, Arsenal, me, Dortmund, Atticus, both faced. And I know Atticus got the upper hand with Lewandowski scoring the 82nd minute goal, but I will have the upper hand in January when he scores an 82nd minute goal for Arsenal. But other Champions League games, Chelsea beat Schalke 3-0. Torres scored 2 goals. Napoli beat Marseille 2-1. Atletico Madrid beat Austria Vienna 3-0. Diego Costa scoring 2 goals. Porto lost to Zenit St. Petersburg with Kershakov scoring a goal for the Russian team. And Milan tied with Barcelona with Robinho equalizing the goal. And of course Messi scored for Barcelona. But next week we have also the NBA season going on with the Bulls and the Heat facing October 29th. And due to special request on my blog, which I've been getting a little fan base. So you people
Gotta
check
start
it out.
somewhere, Shay.
Yeah, gotta start somewhere. But you people check in at shaysports.blogspot.com, and I will be reviewing the next New York's favorite team, even though not my favorite team, but New York's favorite team, the New York Knicks.
Now, you've been previewing the basketball teams before the season. Yesterday, I believe you did the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
So, keep up with the Shay's blog. Again, it's shaysports.blogspot.com.
Yes, correct. And I'll be totally unbiased. I'm not going to let my Celtics love or my Knicks hate affect what I write
I know
about.
how hard that is for you to do, Shay.
Pretty hard, but I can learn to shed that aside because, honestly, I don't think the Celtics are making the playoffs, so I'm going to write about that on my blog, too.
All right. Well, don't give out any spoilers.
All right.
Let people read them. I'm sure it's a great blog. I have not read it yet. I wanted to, but yesterday I was really busy. Yeah, Tuesday's one of my busy days.
Sure.
No, seriously, because I was looking at your thing. It said, new coach, young team. Are the Phoenix Suns gonna be in playoff contention? I was like, I don't know. Let me read it, but I couldn't because I was in class. So
I forgive you.
Thank you. That's what I'm just looking for. So that was Oshai on, of course, cover 3. All right. So that was a nice little sound off. Guys, Atticus, of course, you got the last laugh in the soccer game that Shay was just talking about. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great.
Can you trash talk the trash talker right now, please?
I mean, he did bring up a great point that Lewandowski's probably going to leave and probably going to go to Arsenal, which is unfortunate. So I wish that I could, but in the grand scheme of things, Arsenal's probably going to take.
He was just doing an audition. See if he was good enough for the Arsenal club. If he could sit out Giroud, because Giroud scored a goal, so he had to make sure, like, hey, if Giroud scored a goal, I have to score a goal too.
Yeah,
and he did so with an excellent volley. I couldn't even hate on that.
Yeah,
that volley was just. Like, that would travel like 100 miles per hour type volley.
Unfortunately, I missed the game, too. I was at the Daily Show yesterday, so I missed that game. But in between getting your ticket and getting in, you either have like 2 hours off. So I went to a cafe, and the only game that was playing was the Barcelona AC Milan game. But I watched the first half. That was a great game. Messi has to be the best player in the world. He is way too good.
Oh, and what I forgot to mention in my show within the show, Oshai, is that Bayern Munich, the other German team, is leading all 5 top Europe competitions in possession with 71.8, and they're second in passing completion with 88.7. It's just amazing what Guardiola can do to change an even top club and make them even better.
I know, already arguably the best club in the world. And taking them to even new levels. Yeah, it's crazy.
We could just look at Toni Kroos in the Champions League. He has completed 155 passes out of 157. Just look at that. Only 2 passes he's missed. Only 2 passes. This is Xavi-esque. And, yeah, it's a 98.7 completion accuracy. That's just amazing. Even Xavi couldn't do something on that level.
Yeah.
And mention Kroos is only 24. He's extremely slow. Like, we're all faster than him, but he's only 24.
It's that German power.
The German power.
The German power. Just brute German strength. Like the Volkswagen. All right, we got 15 minutes left. A little sports news. Carmelo Anthony, of course, earlier this week, said that he wants to test the free agent market.
I think it's a distraction, man. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I think if he really does, I think that he should have waited till the end of the season to come out with that.
I guess you got to look. I mean, if it is a distraction, ask yourself this: does it become more daunting and looming, and people want to comment, and it becomes more of a distraction for Carmelo if he doesn't say it? That's, I think, the argument, and there can be a case made for it. He says it now. You get it out of the way. It's discussed. And it doesn't mean he necessarily won't come back. He just has that flexibility, and he may want to go make moves. And I'm not too happy with the Knicks. I don't think you go out inside a guy like J.R. Smith, who's going to have like that kind of surgery that he had in the offseason on his knee, arthroscopic.
Off 12 to 16 weeks.
And you give him a 4-year deal? I mean, come on.
I mean, after one really good season, and he was the sixth man of the year, of course, last year.
Yeah, of course.
And then you give him that 4-year deal after this arthroscopic knee surgery. That's risky business.
It's kind of questionable, and even like him when he left China, like the stories of how he left involving like family relatives and stuff like that, and now the Chinese team he played for is like suing him and stuff like that, wanting damages and getting the contract back. Apparently, like they had paid him all of it up front. He just it's never dull.
Oh my goodness!
But I can't wait to see some basketball. I can't wait for it to be back soon. We got some great matchups. I want to see if Charles on that TBS pregame show is able to nail down where is he at? What's the name of the game show? Shay, do you remember where it is on TBS?
Oh, you mean Charles, Kenny, TNT?
It's the game where they always ask where oh my god, I forgot his first name. Green. They always ask where is he? Like there's a game like you name a player who's not a scrub but maybe is kind of like nomadic, moves around the league, and they say they test your knowledge to see where he is in the league, and they play in the first night of the NBA season. They've done it past couple years, and Charles is just horrible. It's horrible. Shaq is real good.
He's terrible.
Terrible.
Just terrible
struggle.
at that game.
But it's funny.
Those guys have a lot of fun. Him, Shaq.
Yeah.
You got Ernie Johnson's the host of the show.
Yeah.
Kenny.
NBA on TNT.
Yeah. NBA on TNT. They have a great show. It's one of the best pregame, postgame shows out there.
Really good TV.
Yeah.
It's certainly my favorite show. I watch that as much as I possibly can.
Sometimes it gets more interesting than the game itself.
Even if it's a really boring game, I'm like, at least halftime's coming up.
No, but going back to Carmelo, see, he said this. Of course, it's going to be a distraction, but the Knicks, they can't let it be a distraction. He said it. Okay, if he wants to test the free agency, that's fine. Yeah. Go ahead, test it next year when you're a free agent. But this year, you play for the New York Knicks. Play hard, play well, and you know what? Let's try and make a deep playoff run.
I was on the same boat with you guys the other day, saying it's a distraction, but maybe he's putting the GM on notice that look, I'm going to test a free agency, which means if you don't make any moves, if you don't make our team better, I'm going to leave this team. I'm going to go to the LA Lakers. I'm probably going to join LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So
that's another way of looking at it. That's actually a good way to looking at it. That could be what he's aiming at. But I mean, we don't know. We're not Carmelo Anthony. We're not in his head. But it's just, of course, especially like it's one thing to do it in like Indianapolis with the Pacers. Say, hey, I'm going to test the free agency. It's another thing to do it in New York with the Knicks. Of course, pretty much after each game, you're going to hear, "Oh, Carmelo, you lost this game. Is this going to impact your decision with returning or?"
I feel they'll have a different effect, and that they'll cheer Melo on because they don't want him to feel disrespected.
You got to court the prom
New
queen.
York.
Yeah, you got to court the prom queen.